Ryan again here back with another video, and today I'm going to be comparing the brand new iPhone 11 versus the GoPro Hero 7 Black to see which one takes the better photos for your Instagram account without relying on anybody to take the pictures for you. That sounds cool? Let's get right into it. Okay, so to make this work, you're gonna need a few things because you're gonna be taking pictures by yourself, so you can't rely on anybody else. I brought a few things with me. The phone, okay, I needed a tripod, I needed a phone holder, so I picked up this awesome Joby Gorilla, I don't even know, it's a Joby, you can get it at Best Buy, on Amazon, but all it does is hold the phone, so you can put the phone on a tripod to let it stand up. This tripod is actually a Manfrotto Pixie, which is like 25 bucks. So on top of the phone, you need about $50 in materials, so you can just kind of stand the phone up and place it so you can take pictures of yourself. Now, I also have my GoPro Hero 7 Black with the vertical GoPro frame, as well as the GoPro Shorty extension tripod. Now, using these two, they both kind of get the same viewpoint. I also brought along the GoPro El Grande selfie stick, so I can get the camera way off the ground if I need to, as well as the Manfrotto Pixie tripod screws into the bottom, so I can set it down and it will create like a singular tripod. Although not very stable, still will work. And I also picked up this little mount for the GoPro tripod here, so I can put this on there, and then I can use the cell phone mount on here as well. So I can utilize this and all these tools to get a really good variety of shots. Now, all of this together is about $100 worth of equipment to then utilize on top of the camera. So that's the equipment necessary to make this happen. Now, let's talk about the criteria. How is this going to work? Number one, how am I gonna rate which camera is actually better? Now, I'm big on ease of use. I'm talking about speed. What is easier for me to put the camera down, get the picture I want, and go about my day? Because that is what this is about. I don't wanna spend hours taking photos. I'd rather do it very quickly. So the GoPro is very effective for that already in my eyes. If you guys have been around my channel, follow me for a while, you know that it is. I use it a lot and I'm very quick with it. With that said, the new iPhone takes some amazing photos. Perhaps you saw this last photo I put on my Instagram account, which was like the coolest dumpster I've ever sat on. Not that I sit on a lot of dumpsters, but I thought it was awesome. That was taken with the self timer on my iPhone. So there is very capable ways to take really good photos with your iPhone utilizing the self timer feature. 24 hours later. Okay, so the first photo I'm gonna be taking is the actual selfie. This will be the first test. So all this is I'm gonna hold the phone up like this, take a selfie, get my whole body, whole outfit in it, or I'm gonna use the GoPro with the Shorty like this. Now, there isn't really a mechanism to do this, so I'm assuming that the GoPro, in my opinion, is probably gonna take the better selfie, and I really like the wide angle lens. So I'm just gonna go right out here in the middle of this parking lot and take a picture. Okay, that was it for the first selfie. Okay, so the next shot I'm gonna take is another variation of the selfie. Shout out to Sorrel Amore, she's got an amazing YouTube channel. She kind of coined the term advanced selfie.
Oh, stupidly exciting news. So first, if somehow you don't know, yes, I did coin the phrase advanced selfie, and it is taking the world by storm.
Which, in my opinion, is kind of just taking a full body shot of yourself without you holding the camera. So for this, I'm gonna do the GoPro. I switched back to the vertical GoPro frame with the Shorty tripod. I'm gonna be shooting at half-second time lapse. I'm gonna mix between wide and linear mode. And for my phone, I'm gonna do the same thing with the wide option, but I'm gonna be shooting with the self timer and see what happens. Now, I know I'm gonna get a lot more photos to choose from with this. The iPhone's gonna take some more time, so I got this cool wall mural behind me, so let's go take some photos. Okay, so that was that. Let's see what I got. Okay, so right now when it comes to selfies, the GoPro, in my opinion, wins hands down, just because when you use the time-lapse feature, you can get so many more photos so much faster. Now, the iPhone, I'm gonna assume, has a really good quality, but the process takes so much longer to do. So for ease of use so far, gotta go with the GoPro on the selfies. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the landscape test, and for this, I'm not using any cases on the GoPro. I'm not using any mounts on the phone. I'm just gonna use both hands. I'm gonna do some that are vertical and some that are horizontal. I'm at this beautiful spot here in St. Petersburg. So let's get some good shots. Gonna move you guys down here a little bit. With GoPros, always make sure you wipe the lens. Same thing with the phone. All right, should have got some good stuff. Let's go on to the next portion of this, which is action-based photos. Should be pretty fun. All right, so now we're gonna do action shots. Now this is actually what the GoPro is made for, so I'm gonna go on a limb and say the GoPro is gonna shit all over the iPhone on this one, but I wanna give it a good chance. So what I have is the GoPro back in the vertical mount with the shorty. I'm gonna set the camera on the ground, and then I have the Manfrotto with the Joby, and I'm gonna be shooting with the iPhone on 10-second self timer, and I'm gonna see what I can get. My guess is the iPhone is gonna all be blurry unless it happens to work, because I'm gonna be riding up to the camera taking pictures while riding my bike, AKA action. So I got my bike, and now we're gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna start with the GoPro first, and then I'm gonna do the cell phone. Whoops. Okay, so as you can see, camera's built for action, can take some abuse. I'd be kind of upset if I hit my phone right now, but now I'm gonna try to do it with the phone. See what happens. The setup on the phone takes forever. Everybody wants to look at you when you have a camera. Well, I guess I am in the middle of the street trying to take pictures of me in the middle of the street. Makes sense. I don't give a f. So I got it on wide, and let's see what I can do. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I was able to get at least one usable photo there with the iPhone, but as you can see, the GoPro using the time-lapse feature, taking a picture every half second allows me to get a lot more different types of shots. So let's see what I did. Okay, so the last test here between the iPhone and the GoPro is gonna be portrait. Now, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the iPhone is going to crush the GoPro in this scenario, but I'm gonna see what I can do with the GoPro just to kind of show you guys to work with what you have. So I changed it up a little bit. I'm not actually using the GoPro tripod because I need something a little more stable, a little higher. So I'm actually using the tripod that I originally had this camera on, and I put the cell phone holder on the top. I'm gonna use the self timer feature, 3 seconds probably. And then for the GoPro, I have the tripod holder. I'm gonna put the GoPro on top. And the only thing is I'm gonna do the shoot the GoPro in linear and I'm gonna have to get really close to the lens, so it might just look weird, but we'll see how it turns out. So let's go take some photos. Okay, so I actually forgot the tripod piece to hold the GoPro on the tripod, so I'm just gonna make do and see if I can't get it to just kind of stay there and see what happens. Okay, that was it. So I'm gonna go ahead and see how these came out, and I'll talk to you in a second. All right, guys, so I just have to say, I just got done editing and going over all the photos that I took yesterday, and I gotta say that I'm impressed. Okay, I'm impressed on both accounts. Both things, both the camera on the iPhone and the overall ease of use and versatility of the GoPro. Now, I'm a big fan of the GoPro. I've been using it for a long time, but it just blew me away. So I want to go to my screen right now, and I want to show you guys the differences and the pics that I was able to get, and we will go ahead and start with selfies. Just organize everything. So let's go and look at the selfies. Here's all the edited ones. I was able to get with the iPhone, I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 usable photos. So I'm going to go ahead and open those. And I was able to get a lot more with the GoPro, which I wasn't surprised by that at all. Here's the GoPro, selfie, edited, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was able to get 8, in my opinion, usable photos with the GoPro. We're going to open those up. But now this is obviously personal preference here. I don't think one is better than the other. Again, the ease of use of the GoPro is just so much better. I was able to just effortlessly take the pics, as you guys saw, whereas with the iPhone, I had to keep going back and hitting the self timer and doing the 10-second bursts. It was just a pain in the ass. If I was at anywhere and I wanted to take a picture with my group of my friends, I could never get a good picture utilizing that. So it's good to have this, and just to be able to take so many so quick. So here's the selfies. This is the main one. This is the GoPro on the right. This is the iPhone on the left. Now, the iPhone is a little closer up, so it's a little sharper. But look at the GoPro. You get so much more in the frame. It gives so much more depth to the picture. Again, personal preference. I don't think either one's better than the other, but I personally would choose the GoPro over this just because I like to give more feel to the picture. This was a picture I was able to get with the iPhone here that I thought was really good. It's, as you see, the camera's really sharp, and I tried my best to edit these all the same way. I didn't do anything different to each one. I didn't get this picture with the GoPro. I was able to get this picture. This was with the iPhone, and I'm going to show you guys this. here's the same photo with the GoPro, and they look identical. Like, I mean, the iPhone, again, a little, I mean, I don't even know in this case, I don't think it's a little bit sharper. I think it's really good. Again, for 300 bucks, you can get this Hero 7 Black right now, and you probably already have a phone. This thing is super capable. On the left, it's looking more iPhone pics. So I got this one with me seated. I was able to get another one with me seated. I got two to actually with me seated with the GoPro. I got this one where I'm looking at the ground. I got this one. So comparatively, these are pretty much the same photo. You know, if I wanted to Photoshop, I could Photoshop the shadows out. I could even crop this in a little bit more and bring it closer. But I just think it gives it so much more depth with the GoPro's wide angle lens. Again, this one here is me on the wall. I wasn't able to get a GoPro pic like that on the wall. I mean, it was, but I just didn't like it. Here is a standing one with the GoPro. I really like this. I look kind of cool. I put myself in the 3/4 position over here. Just really good pictures of the action shot of me just kind of casually walking. I really like that shot. But that was it. I got 1, 2, 3, 5 pics with the iPhone, and then 8 with the GoPro. And look at this one. I tried to do this with the iPhone, and I couldn't do it. It just kept looking like crap. This one, actually, I was messing with this last night. I mean, I think this is a really cool pic. I was able to snap this. And these are just really, really good pics. I mean, in my opinion, I think ease of use and selfie, I think the GoPro won the selfie round hands down. So I'm going to go with 1 to the GoPro. Let me know what you think. Do you think the GoPro or iPhone won in the selfie category? All right, let's go to the next one, which was the landscape category. Now, I had 2 really good photos here, and I actually have them here so I can compare them for you guys. This, in my opinion, this left is the iPhone and this right is the GoPro. Now, I edited these identical. I couldn't make it any, I couldn't get the GoPro any better. And this one, the iPhone won hands down. Just look at the sharpness of the iPhone photo. That's just beautiful. I could zoom in. Like you can zoom in over here where on the Rowdies logo, which is our local soccer team, and you can practically see, if I can get the zoom to work here, you can I mean, the sharpness and the clarity here is just insane. iPhone wins this hands down. So you see, you can read Rowdies, and if I do the same thing over here with, the GoPro photo, let's see, it gets pixelated as you come on in. I mean, you can still see it. So I'm not going to say this is a bad photo, but just the difference is night and day when it comes to how pixelated it is. But these are both capable photos. Like, I mean, you could put this GoPro one on Instagram as a portrait, and honestly, nobody would care. Nobody would be like, oh my God, that's pixelated a little bit. But in my opinion, for the sake of this test, I'm going to go with the iPhone on the landscape category. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Who do you think won? Was it the GoPro or the iPhone on the landscape? I'm going to go with iPhone on this one. All right, next up, we have the action category. Now, the GoPro is an action camera, so it makes sense that the GoPro is going to win this category. And in my opinion, not to spoil it, but you'll see. All right, so this is the GoPro action pics. Let's go ahead and open those up. Open those landscapes again. Hang on, guys. There we go. GoPro, I don't want you to see it. Now, I was able to get, where are we at? iPhone pics, action. I was only able to get 2 usable pics with the iPhone, and these were the 2 that I was able to get. Now, these aren't bad. They're not the GoPro quality, and they're not GoPro because with, again, ease of use between the 2, utilizing the phone and the GoPro, I had to actually set the phone up, hit the timer for 10 seconds, ride my bike back, and try to time it properly. So I was trying to read what was happening, what the countdown timer was on the front of the phone, and get close enough, and I failed a lot of times. I mean, I could get better at it, but as you can see in the photo, it's a little blurry, in my opinion. It's not quite as crisp. Both of them are just kind of, and they're a little distorted. They're like, not much, but again, you could post these. But let's look at the GoPro. Oh, these are a thing of beauty. Same type of pick I was going for. Look at the quality here on my front wheel. You can see everything. You know, no weird facial expressions. Just the quality of these photos. I mean, just look at the difference here of these two. Kind of this, pretty much the same picture, but just look at how much better the GoPro is. And then here's my personal favorite, is this one. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know, if you follow me on Instagram, which you should, you saw I did a video about this specific picture. It's actually from Nigel Sylvester. But all of these, in my opinion, GoPro takes the action round, hands down. So I'm going to go with selfie to GoPro and action, with iPhone only really moving ahead in the landscape category. So let's go to the final category here. Category, which is portraits. Now, I was very, very surprised again with what I was able to do with the GoPro. Now, spoiler alert, the iPhone is a much better portrait camera. But if you don't have an iPhone, or you have a crappy iPhone, the GoPro really surprised me. So let's look at these. All right, these are the GoPro. Let's pull the iPhone. Now, the iPhone, again, I try my best to edit these identically. The iPhone just really, really did win the portrait mode, hands down. But I like the aesthetic of the GoPro better. I think the iPhone took better pictures, but I like the way that the GoPro looks. But that, again, is my personal opinion. So let's look at these pictures. Look at this one, really good. Kind of tilting my head to the right, to the left lane first on the right on this one. Boom, like that was like the money shot. That was minimal editing, straight out of the camera, using portrait mode on the iPhone. Obviously, both of these two here are just, they're incredible pictures. I just really like them. But let's take a look at the GoPro. Obviously, you're not going to get any blurred backgrounds with the GoPro, but I think the GoPro is kind of funky. It's a little more moody. Like this one, you know, I was on the linear mode here, so there's not much distortion. I think it's pretty, like, this is like my favorite picture. I'm kind of slouchy a little bit, kind of casual. There's the same, like, let's look at the difference here. Like, I mean, I just see the iPhone is a lot sharper than the GoPro in this scenario, but this is a cool pic. Same thing with that one. And you can see the wider lens on the GoPro. You can see my, you know, my arms and shoulders and upper, you know, I think it gives it a little more depth here. But I got to say, I'm going to give this round to the iPhone. But I personally like the GoPro photos a little better. I think they give it a little more aesthetic, a little different feel. Now, so that means we have a tie, okay? But the tiebreaker is going to be ease of use. And the GoPro, shit all over the iPhone, hands down. Congratulations! So in my opinion, if you're looking for a camera for your Instagram, the GoPro is the way to go. Now, obviously, you're gonna probably have both, so they're both capable. Use them both. Get good with both. That's what I did. You can film really good videos with your iPhone. I know this video is about photos, but I think for the price of the Hero 7 Black right now is like almost $300 because the Hero 8 Black just released. It's a super capable camera, minimal equipment to get this done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know below what you thought of this video. Did you like it? Was it entertaining? Hit the like button, because I've spent, as you see, 3 days editing and making this video happen for you guys. So if you want to see how I edit my photos, I put a video in the description. I'll link it in the cards with like a full 22-minute tutorial on how I edit all my photos. As well as there'll be links to other stuff. All of the equipment and everything I use for editing is in the description as well. There's a PDF down there, plus all the things I use. I'm gonna link everything in the description. So again, thank you guys for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Share it, tag me in it on Instagram. I put a lot of work into this video, and I hope it was just able to show you the versatility and how good a GoPro is at taking photos very effortlessly, whereas the iPhone is great as well. But in my opinion, this bad boy took the win. So talk to you guys later.